if you would tell us first, this book, it's about George Washington and the Revolutionary War. Why those topics?
Well, we thought that this would be a period with unemployment and all the economic problems, with concerns about very radical ideas in Washington, with the difficulties in Afghanistan and Iraq, that Americans would be looking for an example when we had won, when we'd succeeded, when we had pulled off a miracle. And General Washington crossing the Delaware on Christmas Day, 1776, in the ice at night, marching 9 miles at night over an icy road, with a third of his troops not having any boots, but having wrapped their feet in burlap, so that they literally left a trail of blood, to win a huge victory at Trenton, which really was the key to the survival of the Revolutionary War. And we thought it would remind people that to be American takes courage, that to be American means you have to really believe in freedom, and that we can do it again. I mean, they had such huge odds that by comparison, we have no great problems.
Now, if the Founding Fathers were with us today, what do you think that they would say about our current issues?
Well, they would say, I think unanimously, that government is way too big, that you have to dramatically shrink Washington, you have to return power back home to the people, you have to expect citizens to have responsibilities as well as rights, that you have to have the work ethic, that you have to have a court system that obeys the law, doesn't make law. I think they would be very, very severe critics of the current system, and they would tell us that if we continue to drive God out of public life and we continue to increase power in Washington, we are literally putting our freedom at risk.
Speaker, might you tell us who you like for the Florida Senate race?
Well, I think they're both fine people. I've worked with Governor Crist for many years, and I've worked with Speaker Marco Rubio. And Marco, it's going to be an interesting choice. Marco Rubio is a very aggressive, very articulate conservative. Governor Crist is a very solid political figure. I think that Florida is very fortunate to have that kind of a primary because they're both very good people. No, at the present time, I am talking about ideas and talking about working with American Solutions for a new generation of solutions, working at the Center for Health Transformation on health policy, and writing books like To Try Men's Souls. Clist and I will look in February of 2011 to see whether or not it's appropriate as citizens to be more involved. But for the moment, we're focused on new solutions and new ideas.
You wouldn't be concerned that 2012 is when the world is supposed to come to an end, according
No.
to the Mayans?
No.
You're not completely ruling it out.
No, we're not ruling it out, and we're going to look at it in February of 2011.
And how about health care reform? I mean, is it possible in your eyes?
I think we need health reform. I think there are many good things we could do at the Center for Health Transformation. We've outlined a lot of good things we could do. I think the bills that are currently in the House and Senate are disasters. I think they would bankrupt the country. I think they would weaken the health system. I think if you go to any Florida hospital and ask them what would the impact of these bills be, it would be to make the hospitals poorer and weaker and less capable of delivering good care. So, I think that we need a solution. We don't just need to pass some political document that increases power in Washington.